All right?
But just like I was telling Sharon, we have a husky. I mean, there are always bigger dogs.
Yeah.
We have a husky in our neighborhood. A wonderful, beautiful husky. My friend husky. He hates that dog. I mean, husky wants to play with him, smells him, and
Right.
he just goes
All right,
out.
let's stop right there because you're already identifying some of the things he doesn't like about a husky. He may be beautiful, but aesthetics to a dog really don't mean much. Because these people I can't stand. Right? Here's one of the reasons why he can't stand him, and I only heard just a few seconds, all I need to hear. What'd you say the husky does? He just wants to play with him. Comes right on up and says, remember those friends we were talking about? She said, I hate those friends. How come? Because as soon as she sees it, they come up and they hug her, they kiss her on the mouth, and they want to hang on her shoulders while she's trying to eat lunch. They're all over. You say, but they're handsome people. She said, oh, get back. That's one of the reasons. And if you had a dog that came up to him and was a little more respectful of his space, not under his tail, not in his nose, and not towering over the top of him, because the husky's natural height, it wouldn't be so offensive. Because dog-on-dog aggression, look at as competition, control, or elimination. And competition to the terrier breeds in a lot of cases, the working breeds in a lot of cases, serious situation, serious issue. There are only so many resources available. He said, I don't want this big, rowdy, intense husky taking some of mine, some of her attention, some of my space. So it's important if he sees a formidable challenge coming his way, I gotta get busy. I gotta get busy right now and make sure he understands you're not cutting in on my action.
Yeah, he sees him 200 meters away and he's like, he knows it's him.
That's right. Let's go back to my obnoxious friend and my sister. If she's in Walmart, she shop at Walmart? Alright, wherever you shop. She's walking down the street and she sees my obnoxious friend come down the street. I promise you, from across the street she sees him, she's going elsewhere. So you want to take a chance on getting too close, you know why? That guy's going to be all in her space. Same thing here. And it's not, truthfully, and I will say this though, it's not the image, or I'll say this, it's not the looks of the dog that matters to him as much as the behavior, the personality. But then you know what happens to him, like happens to other people? This obnoxious friend of mine fits a stereotype, maybe jock type, tall, I don't know, dark hair, dresses very metro, has a certain clothing he wears. What has happened is that now, in her mind, my sister's mind, she's formed a template of obnoxious men. And even though it's not my friend that she sees, but she smells the clone of another guy that is even remotely like that image, he fit that template. Already her reaction's the same. So he sees a dog that reminds him of a dog that has impressed him in a negative fashion, fits that template. There you go, right off the bat. So here's what we need to show him. Kind of like we talked about with this feral dog. Mama will control the environment. Relax, little schnauzer. Disengage. Relax, sister. I'm not going to let my friend touch you or whisper things in your ear or bother you. So when my sister's with me, her guard can be down.
So how do you do that?
Here's how you do that. If you were my little fella and I'm walking down the street and here comes this husky from afar, I'm going to show my husky any signs of aggression. I'm going to check that leash and collar. That was door number one, the mouse traps. My job is to apply the consequences. And at the same time, as that husky comes, move, scoot away. And he says, wow, it's not up to me anymore. You're going to keep his nose out from under my tail. Good deal. You say, well, how far did you go with that, man? As far as I can go.
But I do that, but still it's...
What? Sit back then. So you do that. You shoot a husky away and still what?
Yeah, he still barks at you.
Because there's been a history of you falling short. You let him through the first line of defense, and now it's up to the schnauzer to say, I gotta run him off. He doesn't trust yet that you're in charge.
I'm not consistent with that. Sometimes
That's right.
we chat and I let the dogs...
Yeah, how about this? Let's go back to the human analogy again. I say, sister, don't worry about it. I won't let my big, obnoxious, sweaty friend hug you. And yet, the last time we were together, I was getting together some drinks, had my back turned, and he hugged all over. She said, now, save your breath, man. I brought my taser. Now, that's what he said. Now, here's what happened over time. I promise you. You showed him consistently. I'll let no dog intimidate or interfere with your space. And I will not allow, regardless, I will not allow for aggressive action on your part. Here's what will happen. All right. He said, it's all up to you then. It's almost a learned failure response. Nothing I can do about it anyway. I guess it's going to walk all over me. It's all up to you, Ed. It's all up to you. It's your game. And once he finds out that you really do control it, he said, I don't have to be uptight anymore when I see a husky or any other dog that feels that temper. He's going to learn it really is your environment, wherever you're at. And that's going to be critical. Here's something else we do in order to bring about those results. We set up experiences. If I want to prove to my sister, I will not allow my obnoxious friend to interfere with your space. If we only get together once a year, it's going to take a long time before she believes me. What if I can arrange for them to be together a couple times a week, once a day, and every day, once a week, twice a week, I prevent him from getting in her space. Now, it's only going to take a few weeks. She said, I'm leaving. We've been together, my gosh, almost 12 times, and even on that day I get close to me, whether she wanted to or not, her guard would relax. And by month number 2, she'd leave her taser home when she comes to my house. Because she knows I've got that situation under control. So here's what I'm telling you. If you say it's black dogs, big dogs, that create that problem, then I need a black shepherd. To kill. Oh, look. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, no. And what that means is I need to demonstrate to him, first of all, no aggression on your part is tolerated. He said, but that dog is going to come into my space and take action. I can't make him believe that won't happen yet. I have to prove it to him. But here's what I want to show him. What I can control right now is your aggressive display. I'll not tolerate it. And then we're going to have the dog and handler come up to handshake distance. Now I'm going to turn them away. Over and over again. So finally he says, all right. It's tough, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you handle it with a loose leash. Because if you have to hold your little schnauzer back, there is no self-control here that we're developing. I want little schnauzer to learn to go to his zen place. To think about chasing butterflies, but leave the German